What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another Prizepicks MLB player props video. Coming off a video last time where we went 2-0, rocking with the over Blake Snell pitcher fantasy score, over Luis Castillo pitcher fantasy score. Talked about how I really liked those two spots for strikeouts. Expected them to go deep into the game, get the quality start, get some run support from their offenses. We are currently on a 25-9 run, hitting at a 73.53 winning percentage. For those of you that are new to the channel, anytime that I put that there was a run in the title, that means that we are currently hitting at a 65% hit rate or higher on that sport and that app. The reason that I do that is being that I give out 2 free picks. Want to hold myself to a high standard, give you guys a lot of value for free. If we're hitting at a 65% hit rate on 2-mans, you're getting a 27% return on investment. We are hitting at above a 70% hit rate on these videos. That's going to give you a 47% return on investment. So started this run. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can see the Prizepicks MLB playlist. It's all there. Started this run on August 3rd. We are currently, the last video was on September 19th. Over that time frame, if you were to have invested $1,000, you're getting a 47% return on investment. If we're hitting at a 70% hit rate, that means you would be up $470 in profit. Now, obviously, I talk about this frequently, but 5 and 6-mans are more optimal because if you're hitting at that same hit rate, that 70% hit rate, pulling up the ROI once again, that's going to give you a 268% return on investment. So obviously, I'm only giving out 2 picks. If you're hitting at that same hit rate, though, for 6-mans, that's going to give you a 268% return on investment. So that means if we were running 6-mans, I teach this in the VIP, but just for an example, 268, or what did I say the ROI was there? We're looking at, 268% ROI. So that's going to leave you at 3,680 here, 268% ROI. That means you would be up $2,680 hitting at that same hit rate in profit if you're hitting at 70% with that 268% ROI on 6-mans. That's how all the math breaks down. That's what I try to teach in my VIP package. Just trying to give you guys a visual and teach you the game of how this works on Prizepicks. 70% hit rate, 47% ROI on the 2-mans. Being that I'm giving 2 picks, you should be up plenty of money. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that gives you guys a visualization as to how to actually profit on this app in Prizepicks. If you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, you can use the promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit today. And if you're listening, you're like, this guy knows what he's talking about. I want more picks. Like I said, I do give out those 5 and 6-mans in the VIP member package in the premium that is linked below in the description. I give out these 2 picks for free to provide you guys with value here. There's a whole lot more that goes into it in the back end. But all the value, all of the breakdowns, all of the analysis, all the stuff I discuss in these videos goes into each and every single one of my picks. And then I provide that in those 5 and 6-man flex slips over in the VIP for the reasons we just discussed for that optimal ROI on Prizepicks. So, gonna keep trying to teach that on the channel, trying to give you guys as much value for free. Like I said, got 2 more picks for you at MLB today. If you enjoy the content, would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. It is free. It takes 2 seconds to do. I'm gonna keep pumping out this content to you guys for free, and let's talk about the picks that I like today. So, first game that I would like to discuss is going to be the Atlanta Braves taking on the Washington Nationals. This game comes in with a 9 over/under. It is a 255 line in favor of the Atlanta Braves. No surprise to me, the Atlanta Braves have the best offense in baseball, and they get a fantastic matchup here taking on Patrick Corbin, and I want to discuss their stud of a leadoff hitter that's breaking records left and right in Ronald Acuna Jr. because he gets a fantastic matchup. Patrick Corbin, over the last 30 days versus right-handed hitting, has a 19.4% K rate, 7.8% walk rate, so not a high strikeout rate. Not walking guys. He's giving up a 209 ISO and a 366 WOBA versus right-handed hitting. That is hashtag bad. Acuna, a 233 ISO, 409 WOBA, only a 3.1% K rate versus lefties over that time frame, and he is on the brink of history right now. His next home run will make him the first player ever in AL and NL history in the MLB that has tallied a 40-60 season, meaning 40 home runs and 60 stolen bases. Guy is an absolute stud, especially in the Prizepicks scoring format. 68 stolen bases, you get 5 fantasy points for every single one of those stolen bases. So he's just an absolute cheat code. He gets to go into Washington, face Patrick Corbin, who we discussed bad. You look at the ballpark as far as Washington's concerned in Nationals Park, you can see very friendly to right-handed hitting. That left field line plays very friendly for home runs to lefties. see green across the board. Really, the only thing it's bad for is triples due to kind of a smaller outfield, but really good for home runs. We know Acuna wants to hit that home run to break the record, and he gets to take on not only Patrick Corbin's bad pitching versus right-handed hitting, but also the Washington Nationals bullpen that comes in as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th worst bullpen in all of the MLB with a 4.68 xFIP. So gets to take on Patrick Corbin, who's been terrible versus right-handed hitting, isn't walking guys, giving up a ton of hard contact. Acuna's numbers against lefties have been absurd over the last 30 days. He has the most stolen base upside out of anyone in the entire MLB. And he's on a Braves lineup that's absolutely stacked on the road, which is going to get guaranteed top of the 9th inning at bats. 5.62 implied run total. Yes, please. Give me all the Acuna tonight. He is my play of the day in the VIP, as a matter of fact. And for good reason. I just discussed everything, man. On a loaded offense, he's in the number 1 spot. He has the stolen base upside. He has the power. Patrick Corbin's terrible versus righties. Acuna's been crushing left-handed pitching. The Washington Nationals bullpen's bad. Really, the only bad thing I can say about this matchup is we do have 13 mile-an-hour winds blown in from like right center in Washington. But if he's pulling the ball down the left field line, he can still pull it just shy of that left field pull. And he really doesn't need to hit a home run to hit his fantasy. We just talked about it. The 5 fantasy points for stolen bases is just such a cheat code in this scoring format, guys. Like, if he gets walked twice, that's going to be 4 fantasy points, and then steals a bag, that's an automatic 9, like without even hitting the baseball. So guys, just the ultimate package in the Prizepicks fantasy scoring format. 3 points for every single, 5 for every double, 8 for triples, 10 for home runs, 2 for runs, 2 for RBIs, 2 for base on balls, 2 for hit by pitch, and 5 for those stolen bases. So Ronald Acuna Jr. looking to set history in this one. Gets one of the best possible matchups you could get to do so. I'm sure he's going up to the plate looking to take Patrick Corbin about 400 feet to left center. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him do it. But we're also not reliant on that home run. Like I said, he's got the speed. He's in a loaded offense. If he gets walked multiple times and they hit him in, that's just going to keep adding to his fantasy score total. And he hits in the number 1 spot. The most amount of opportunities you could possibly get in baseball is hitting in the number 1 spot on the road where you get the guaranteed top of the 9th inning at bats. So that's going to be pick number 1. We're rocking with the over 10.5 hitter fantasy score here for Ronald Acuna Jr. And pick number 2, actually got a combo prop for you guys today. I have never given out a combo prop on the channel, I don't believe, and I haven't really been running a lot of them, but I found one today that I like a whole lot, and it's going to be in this Seattle Mariners Texas Rangers game. This game comes in with a 9 over-under, and we have 2 studs in this game that I'd like to discuss, and Julio Rodriguez and Corey Seager. They both get great matchups for splits, taking on their opposing pitchers. So we will break that down for you guys. As far as Mr. Julio Rodriguez, we'll start with him because he's on the road. Taking on Dane Dunning, who over the last 30 days only has a 17% K rate versus right-handed hitting, a 5.7% walk rate, so he's not walking guys, and the ball's been in the zone. It's been getting crushed. 229 ISO, 435 WOBA. That's terrible. Julio Rodriguez over the last 30 days versus righty has been in fuego. 362 ISO, 430 WOBA, 20% K rate. Great stuff, and the game is being played in Texas, which is one of the great hitting environments of baseball as well. As far as Texas is concerned, you can see Globe Life Field. Green, 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 all around as far as this hitting environment. And with the weather going on across the country right now, it's not the greatest of hitting weather today. Globe Life, they got the dome. They can open it up if it's nice. It's pretty much always optimal in Globe Life Field, which is great. And Julio Rodriguez in the 2 spot, expected with that 4.32 implied run total. I think he's going to have some success. And then on the other side, I like Corey Seager, who's taking on a guy in Bryce Miller, who's been very effective versus right-handed hitting, but not good against lefties, which is really ideal, obviously. Bryce Miller only has a 19.6% K rate versus those lefties over the last 30 days, 5.9% walk rate. So once again, not walking guys, but the ball's been in the zone and it's been getting crushed. A 273 ISO versus lefties, 519 WOBA. Really bad. And Corey Seager, once again, versus right-handed pitching, crushing. 377 ISO, 406 WOBA, 12.2% K rate. So both these guys in the 2 spot, their lineups, both in really high-quality lineups. You can see a lot of green throughout these orders, a lot of power, a lot of ability to create up and down the lineup, which we like. Get them as many chances as they can. Dane Dunning, been terrible versus right-handed hitting and hasn't been walking guys at a high clip. Bryce Miller, been terrible versus left-handed hitting and hasn't been walking them at a high clip. So expecting both Julio Rodriguez and Corey Seager to be getting a lot of opportunities with guys on base, a lot of opportunities to crush the baseball versus their opposing pitchers here tonight. And I like their combination hits, runs, and RBI prop for this reason. 4.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for Corey Seager, for Julio Rodriguez. Just talked it over. Seager facing a guy that's really been struggling versus lefties. That's not walking lefties, which I like. The ball's going to be in the zone and there to crush. Julio, guy that's facing a guy that's been really struggling versus right-handed hitting and has not been walking those righties, so the ball should be in the zone and be able to be crushed. And I think they're both on offenses where we could see some runners on base. Wouldn't be surprised in the least to see both these guys go deep here tonight. If they do, that's an automatic 3. You get the credit for the hit, credit for the RBI, credit for the run, hitting yourself in. If they both go deep, that's going to put us at 6 right away. We cash the prop. Obviously, there's a lot of different ways that we can cash this. There can be guys on RBI single. They could both get 2 hits, one of them being an RBI hit. You get the point. But love the prop for pick number 2. We're rocking with the over 4.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for Julio Rodriguez and Corey Seager. And that would be my 2 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks in the MLB tonight, guys. Hopefully enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. If you have not checked out Prizepicks, you can use the promo code KJK DFS when you sign up today to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. And if you haven't checked the VIP member package, I don't know what you're waiting on. We got football back. We got the MLB going on. Whole lot of picks. The NBA will be here before you know it. I know that's probably the most popular sport on the Prizepicks app. And I'll be covering all the above, giving those picks, giving those value alerts, giving those tickets as soon as I place them. It's $1.66 a day, guys. It is $1.66 a day when you break down the math of that $49.99. So, promise you, I'm working hard to make sure it's worth that and more. And the price tag will not go up, and the value will continue to be increased. I keep adding more. Best of luck on your Prizepicks MLB player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.